Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back. We're doing a best of 3 Strixhaven draft. Alright, well I opened Body of Research as a sweet card. We could try out playing a 6 mana 26/26 or whatever it would be if you played it right on turn 6. Pretty awesome card. So we can take that. I mean, it's always going to be a 6 mana huge. It is color intensive, but I like Simic anyway, and by Simic, how dare I say Simic? Quandrix. Of course it's Quandrix. Obviously, Quandrix. What else is in this pack? Fractal Summoning, Pop Quiz. Yeah, I like Rise of Extus. Mage Hunter I haven't gotten to play with, but I think it's cool. Dean is obviously good, but let's take the Mythic and see if we can make it work. Alright, so choices here. Probably just an easy Zimone. Haven't gotten to play with her yet, and she's really good. So that's your ramp. So we could even get Body of Research out even faster. Turn what? Turn 3 if I ramp, and then turn 4 if I ramp. Either way, I'm playing around. Turn 5 is the quickest you get out the Body of Research, but that's fine. Wormhole Serpent's good. It might be cool if I could wheel it. More likely we'll wheel the Adept. Aerialist is certainly playable, but let's take Simone and be happy about it. Alright, here we probably just take an easy little Biomathematician. Great common. Maybe we'll live that dream of playing goldcard.deck. Otherwise, Pest Summoning is very good too, but I like the Mathematician more. Get the Fractal synergies, especially since it's a Fractal. We've already got one. Now we just need to find some more. So yeah, easy Biomathematician, great card. Alright, follow-up pick, we can take the Drake. Yeah, working towards that goldcard.deck goal here. Great card. It's got the Death Touch. Can keep everything back or pinch your opponent to death. So let's take Drake. Alright, here probably a pretty easy Pledge Mage. I think it's a great card in general. We could take the Subtraction to help us find the lessons. We don't have any removal yet either. There's a reasonable argument there, but I actually really like the Pledge Mage. Obviously, it's made for Witherbloom, hence the name. But 5 mana, 5/5 with upside. It's a good beater. Or we go for Lesson Plan now. That's actually tough. I could go either way on that. They're both good. Maybe we'll go with the Subtraction. It's a tough call there. We don't have any lessons yet, but it's early enough. See, now I wish I'd taken the Pledge Mage because we can pick up this Field Trip. But that's okay. We'll pick up the Field Trip, get another Learn card, and maybe we'll find some lessons along the way. Alright, Professor of Zoomancy is super strong. Really like that. Could take another Field Trip, but I really like the Professor. You get a lot for 4 mana with this card. Zephyr Boots. I like the idea of flying over top with Body of Research, but I really think Professor is just a real game winner. 4 mana, 4/3. I feel like it always gets in there. Well, there's a curve here. There's Biblioblex Assistant. Getting back Body of Research. It's kind of appealing, actually. Yeah, let's take the Assistant. This has kind of been my pet card in the format anyway. There's another Arcane Subtraction, but we're rocking 0 lessons at the moment. Not that that's a big deal, but I really like the Assistant, so can take Cram Session, I guess. I suppose so. Now I've got all the Learn cards, none of the lessons. Not a huge deal, though. Probably take the Aerialist, Solid Flyer. Can beat in there. So, big problems with the deck now are basically no removal. So, we have to prioritize removal pretty highly here. I guess we can take a lesson. I don't really like Mercurial Transformation, but otherwise I'm taking Letter of Acceptance, which actually might be reasonable here, but probably not good enough. It just lets us get a Body of Research down a little bit quicker. So we can take Befuddler, which isn't that exciting, or an Archway Common. Maybe just take the commons, speculative commons. Most likely I wouldn't play the Befuddler anyway. And commons maybe fixes for Body of Research or lets us splash a 3rd color. in a pinch. We'll just cut the green card, though we don't really want to play it. We'll take the worst of these two, because we're not in red anyway, so that's fine. Day of Judgment. Well, a little ways away from that. Could splash some Mortality Spear, though we might just take Leyline Invocation, which is a great card. We already have a couple ways to ramp. Well, this kind of ramps, but Field Trip definitely ramps. And Invocation, nice big fractal finisher. I don't really like Accomplished Alchemist all that much anyway. And we're not really gaining life, so I suppose it's made for Witherbloom, but I don't know, 4 mana for your ramper, not that great. So yeah, I guess we'll take Invocation. It's expensive, but it's a big finisher. Snow Day, it's not bad. Otherwise, we take Expanded Anatomy to get another lesson to find. I kind of like Snow Day, especially given that we have like no removal. Can at least buy us some time. All right. Divide by 0 is some pretty good removal. Geez, Lorehold Command, huh? Mentor's Guidance is some card draw, some decent early beaters, but we'll take the Divide by 0. Learn and Bounce is pretty valuable to have. So I think it's a pretty easy Mage Duel here. Bookworm is kind of interesting because we can still ramp into it, but yeah, we need removal, and Mage Duel is exactly that, so we'll take it. All right, here I think we'll just easily pick up the Pest Summoning. We already have all these Learn cards, and we're definitely looking for some nice lessons, and Pest Summoning is a great one, so we'll take that over the Curve and Big Play, Eplomancer, Groff, all that nonsense. Pest Summoning can do a good job of buying some time, putting some bodies on the board, and just adding extra value to your Learn cards. I think we're probably not doing Cramp Session. All right, we did get the Wormhole Serpent back. There's also Snakeskin Veil, which is good. Protection, especially for Body of Research. But I like the idea of winning just on the back of Wormhole Serpent with Body of Research. I mean, that's just... And Leyline Invocation. It's just cool. And it blocks. I really like Wormhole Serpent. I think Pledge Mage would be a good pickup too. Plenty of synergies with it. But I'm going to go Serpent. I really like the card. And I think this is probably a good fit for it. I mean, it is like a one-hit kill with Body of Research, which is kind of cool. So here, there's Planning, Pledge Mage, but Introduction to Annihilation. Maybe we'll just take the Breach. Introduction is not... Breach is uncommon, though. It's just nice that... it's nice to have some Artifact Enchantment removal in a pinch, too. There are some pretty good ones. I'm trying to think of the most nuts one. I don't know. It's just nice to have the... I guess Intro deals with everything, though. Alright, I guess I'll go Intro. I think I'm going Intro over the Containment Breach just because it deals with everything, and our deck kind of feels like it needs to deal with everything because we don't have much removal. Here I might take Aerialist over, although maybe a Second Assistant is actually just better. Like, doubling Body of Research or Leyline Invocation is just so strong. It's got more utility probably than Aerialist. So we can take the Aerialist now. I'm fine with that. Or we can take probably just Elemental Summoning. Get yet another lesson. And this one is a pretty solid win con creature, so that makes sense. Can take Resculpt. It's at least a sideboard card. It's good against removal deck because you can just convert your guy into a 4/4 for 2 mana and get rid of their removal spell. It's not bad. Or we could take the Prismari Campus if we're going to splash. I don't think we're splashing. Can take the Groff. I actually kind of like Groff. Yeah, I think it's fine. At worst, 5 mana 5/4. At best, 2 mana 5/4. Let's It's really good with Biomathematician, actually, if you get the little fractal going. All right, I'll take a pop quiz. It's a good card. So we have a lot of learn, and we actually have quite a few lessons now, too, so that's good. Amplimancer, guess really don't have that many cheap things, so Amplimancer might be safer than the Groff. Just in case we need some more cheap stuff. Taking the worst of the two red cards, so somebody wants to jump in red. Last pick, Enthusiastic Study. Alright, so we can take Cultivate. This card is pretty sweet. Lets us ramp and get to our late game, and fixes for Body of Research. It's probably the wisest pick. So we'll take that over the Pledge Mage and the Bookworm. Possibly getting one back, but we kind of don't need the Bookworm as much because we already have some big finishers, but it's obviously still very good. So Vortex Runner, I kind of like it with all the ramp we've got. This a lot of times can win games too. Probably much better than Spine Carrick. Otherwise we could take Quandrix Campus, but I actually kind of like Vortex Runner when I can actually attack with it. Unblockable. Oh, this is a good pack. There's another Biomathematician, but I finally get to try out the Cultivator. This card's pretty sweet. Also lets us ramp into Body of Research, as well as gives us a 3/4 body. Man, there's a Professor of Zoomancer in here, too. All sorts of good cards, but I'm going to take the Cultivator. I haven't gotten to play with it, and I think it's a great card, so... Especially given the amount of expensive stuff in this deck. Oh, wow. Dragon's Guard Elite. I think we easily have to take this. It's unfortunate because it's in the same pack as Mage Duel, and our deck could use some removal, but Elite is just a solid 2-drop, especially in here when we have it. I mean, it just grows so fast and turns into a real big threat, so it'd be nice if we could wheel some of these Biomathematicians, but I'm not holding my breath. We'll see if we're fortunate enough. So Servant actually feels fine. It can buy us some time. We're still... I guess we're not really Creature Light. Otherwise, we could take Anatomy as another lesson to dig up. Is the Servant making the deck? Honestly, it's probably not. So maybe just take the lesson. Give us some more utility for our learn cards. Harness Infinity. Yeah, that's cool. I think we easily take Needle Trap, or Needlethorn Drake, rather, and I think it makes the deck, so that's cool. Getting the Death Touch when you're light on removal is actually pretty nice. So, could take another Aerialist, probably just take Campus now. We already have a deck. I'm not sure if we're doing the Archway Commons, though. Like, this is worse than a tap land, because at least with a tap land, you can still play other things, but I feel like Archway Commons, having to tap another untapped land in order to actually successfully play it, is pretty debilitating. So technically this is a deck, and I'm happy with everything in it. A lot of ramp in here. Plenty of lessons to find, which is good. Yeah, and they're all pretty good lessons too. So we could do the big play, or we just do another lesson, or we could do Whirlwind Denial because we don't have much removal. Probably just take another lesson. Because now all of our learn cards are super playable. Because we have a ton of learn in here too. Ton of learn, a ton of mana is nice. I guess we don't really need any of this. Whatever, I'll just take the lesson we're not going to play because I'm not playing square up anyway. Don't need any of this. I guess we'll just take the Archive card. Test of Talents is a solid sideboard card too. Just take another Mystical Archive card here. Just all the archives. That's a really late Deadly Brew. That's cool. Alright, well, we got a good deck. Got some good things going for it. Little removal light, but we have a nice ramp element going. I don't know. We'll see if we need the big play. The combat trick when your removal light is not a bad idea. I'm going to cut these. Maybe I need to go back to Bob Ross lands. That's what I probably have to do, huh? And we want to do as even as possible, but I guess well, no, it's perfect. We can do the campus and then do our Bob Ross lands. So, is this the deck? Probably. This is probably it. I mean, what do we end up with? 5 lessons? Yeah, all the lessons, which is kind of sweet. Tons of learn cards. We have some removal, though admittedly not much. Subtraction, sort of. Drakes with Death Touch, sort of. Mage Duel is removal. Divide by 0, sort of. A lot of sort of removal spells, but... and I guess we can always we can dig up Introduction to Annihilation if we have to, so that's cool. I like this deck. I think it looks good. We've got some evasion. Pretty good curve. Get to try out Body of Research, which is cool. Fun little mythic. It looks like a fun little deck here. How many? So we have plenty of creatures. If I wanted, I could cut a creature to run big play, just to have another combat trick. But I'm kind of satisfied with what we're sitting at here, so I'm going to run it like this. We'll see round 1. Alright, well, we have both colors. We need to draw some lands, but if we do, we're looking okay. So they can get rid of Invocation, which we can eventually get back, so that's cool. Main deck Duress is kind of surprising. Certainly not bad. Probably at its best main deck in Limited in this format. I could see that. So if I divide by 0, I can find... I can also loot if I have to, so that's not bad. Sure. Ah, Vortex Runner, let's do that. Oh, that's a good draw. So I could have looted off the, or rummaged off the divide by 0 in case I don't draw a land. Decent argument there. All right. Multiple main deck Duress, huh? It's a lot of blood researchers. I'll give you that. Attacking, huh? Huh. So, yeah, we can sack the Fractal. That's kind of cool. So, I guess we attack with everything. They can trade the Squirrel for the Aerialist. Can also just attack for 4 here. Keep my Aerialist. I think I'm okay with this. I think I'm going to do it like this. They could double block the runner. I'll kill the colony, which is also fine. I think here we'll just drop the... Let's see. I guess... So I could do the assistant, but... let's just do the Graph. It's kind of cool that Graph both works well in Simic and sorry, Simic. How dare I? Works well in both Quandrix and Witherbloom. I kind of like that. because you get the little fractals and stuff. It's kind of cool. So, all right, now I think we just go. We'll just do the full attack. It's fine. So we can do assistant here. And I'm not actually sure if we want to. I guess we can do divide by 0. Because I can rummage off of it. Alright. So we got game 1. So we're playing against Witherbloom with multiple main deck duress, which is actually totally reasonable against us. But sideboard, I mean, oh, we actually have 6 lessons? That's crazy. Got just lessons up the wazoo. And learn cards up the wazoo. I mean, we can resculpt against removal spells, but really the only thing we saw was like infuse. We probably just run it back. I mean, deck worked just fine there, I thought. Oh, this is a good hand. We can use Simone to power out some extra lands. I like that. Yeah, so we can go turn 2 Simone, turn 3 land plus Needlethorn Drake, which is kind of cool. And then turn 4. I guess we could just do the Groff. Full costed Groff seems fine. Well, this is why you don't main deck duress. So we go put a land. They already know about the land, so I don't really need to wait on this. And we can do Needlethorn Drake or probably Amplimancer. I'd rather trade an Amplimancer for an Apprentice than my Needlethorn Drake. Sure. Right, divide by 0 is cool. That can eventually deal with the Pledge Mage. So I think we'll just play the Groff and pay the extra mana. And then pass. Like, I could attack with the Amplimancer, but in case they have removal, I want to be a little more cautious. So I think we'll just block the Apprentice. Because I have a feeling it's probably infused with Vitality or something like that. Yeah. Alright, so they had removal anyway, which is fine. So, we'll get their dude back. So, ooh, Elite. Well, that's perfect. So we'll go Elite. Pass. And then we can divide by 0 the Pledge Mage. And we'll get plenty of options here. Anatomy, introduction, maybe anatomy. Summoning just gives us another body, though. Summoning, probably, I guess summoning. It's hard to go wrong with summoning. Yeah, because then we can just... We'll just get him for 3 here. Do the Professor. Plus the Drake. Zimone can find us some action at some point here. Can't actually cast it yet. It's a 26/26. It's pretty good. Let's go Elemental Summoning. And get in with these two. I'm fine trading off the Elite here. And like, I could wait, but we're ahead on the board and the hand right now. And we can draw more cards, so I feel like we kind of want to get them against the ropes here. I mean, we have them against the ropes. I want to continue to put them against the ropes. Alright, so Assistant could get back Elemental Summoning or divide by 0. I think we'll probably just go... Maybe we'll keep the Drake back. Let's get in for 8. Play Assistant. Get back. Probably just divide by 0. It's really tough to go wrong with that. Just because we can get a creature off of it too. Sure. Guess we'll just get some more creatures out there. Why not? Alright, we'll see for round 2. Alright, round 2. Yeah, we got a good keep here. Probably just the Elite into the Cultivate. seems like the wisest move. Simone would be good too, because she can get some extra lands out there, but I think we just want to make this Dragon's Guard Elite as big as possible, as quickly as possible. Let's see, if I do Cultivate, yeah, then next turn I can go Simone plus Vortex Runner. That seems way better. So we've got the 3 green, we could get the 3 blue. Oh yeah, we get 2 things. Biomathematician, that's a good draw too. Especially with Leyline Invocation coming up, so... New plan. We go land, attack, Biomathematician, Simone, and pass. And then next turn, Invocation, buffing our Fractal, buffing our Dragon's Guard Elite. Turn after that, Assistant, get it back. It's pretty awesome. Oh yeah, wait. Invocation doesn't buff our Fractal, but whatever. I guess I could have done Runner. Yeah, in hindsight, I guess Runner... Simone would have been better. I got my I got my Fractals backwards there. It's probably not a huge deal, but we'll see. Alright, so now I just go land Invocation. Get in for 6. And then turn after that, Assistant, Vortex Runner, getting back Invocation. Pretty solid. Alright, opponent goes Tempted by the Auric and steals our 6/6. So I think the plan is still the same. We'll go Assistant, getting back Invocation, and Vortex Runner. And we'll pass. Alright, so they go Pigment Storm to take out our thing. That's fine. We're just going to go Invocation and bash away. See if this gets countered. Alright, that's fine. So instead, we're going to have to bring back Cultivate, I guess. I'm not sure. So if we draw a land, we kill them. if we don't draw land, we can still get cultivate back and it guarantees us a land. So that's probably fine. All right. So body of research. Well, there's a big fat one. I kind of feel like, let's see. Attack him for 2. I'm wondering if the body of research is actually better here than just, it's gotta be. Like now they can come up with an answer for the assistant so they don't die, but then we can assistant and get back body of research, even if they have an answer for it. I mean, I guess they did get to draw 2 there. But now they have to have an answer for the 24/24 and the assistant and the land that we possibly draw that makes our vortex. Like, we have a lot of potential lethality here. Yeah. Sideboard, so we can... They're main decking Test of Talents, huh? I don't think we have a lot of repeat. Although Test of Talents stopping pigment... Yeah, we might actually want Test of Talents. Unfortunately cannot counter the Heated Debate. But it can counter quite a few other things, so I think we'll probably bring that in. What am I cutting for that? Well, it's a legit question. Could be the Arcane Subtraction. We could cut a Learn card, because we still have plenty of them. Technically, could cut a creature for it, but I like all the creatures we have. Could cut like an Amplimancer, I guess. Is that what I want to do? Amplimancer's not that great, but it buys us some time. And it can trade with 4/4s if I don't have anything else going on. Alright. We'll go more versatile route here. So I think we mull the 1-lander. This one we'll keep. And we'll ditch... Jeez. Well, we got to keep the Groff and the Biomathematician. I guess we get rid of the Assistant, even though I kind of want it. For body of research. Because it's body of research. What are you going to do? So now we can go Mathematician into... Could do Aerialist too. It's not bad. Vortex Runner. Alright. Divide by 0 is not bad either, but let's do the Mathematician now. So I can block the Amplimancer, or I can double block the Vortex Runner. Like if they want to use a Heated Debate on a Biomathematician, it's probably better for me anyway. No attacks is good news, too. So we could do the Groff, but now I just want to do the Aerialist. Because now we can just hardcast the Groff, which is probably better anyway. They cashed out the Elemental Masterpiece, which is kind of surprising. I'm fine actually doing this. If they want to cash out all of their things and the treasure so that they don't lose their Amplimancer, yeah. This trade is perfectly A-okay with me. Alright, so we can kill Vortex Runner. So I can divide by 0, learn. I mean, I've got some options here. I think we just go Groff. We can do Hardcast Groff. And that way we don't have to lose our Fractal. How much do I care about the... I don't really care about the 1/1 Fractal. So I probably just go Groff. Sack a creature. And then I'll Mage Duel. And I think we'll kill the runner. Especially while they're tapped out, I kind of like that. Heated Debate does get through Ward, something I have to keep in mind. Body of Research might actually be a liability against Tempted by the Auric. Well, I spoke too soon. And we got the Needlethorn Drake. Well, perfect. And we can even bounce our own Bayou Groff. That's kind of sweet. Well, I think we're doing that. So I can replay it. Sure. And we'll get probably Expanded Anatomy. What kind of clocks that put them on? 5. It does change the clock. Yeah, I think we'll do the Anatomy, actually. This kind of makes sense. Pop Quiz is cool, too. Let's do full cast Groff this turn. Get him for 3. So we technically have lethal if they attack with Amplimancer. I'll go for the Anatomy play here. Sure. So we can subtract and learn. Wow. They got rid of a Symmetrist? That's pretty scary. And we'll get Summoning because we can cast it. Warden getting back Tempted or Elemental Masterpiece, I guess, too, huh? Well, let's do the Summoning. That's fine. They can get back Snow Day, Elemental Masterpiece, probably Pigment Storm to have a way to deal with Aerialist, kind of makes sense. And they do have the mana to pay the extra, so they could do that. Alright, they're getting back Snow Day, which kind of makes sense. Because we're untapping here. So I guess they're doing this because they're one land away from being able to double pump next turn for lethal. Oh, but we got the Drake, huh? Well, let's go pop quiz first. No, actually this is fine. This is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna get past summoning. Get 2 more blockers. And then go in for 5. Alright, sweet. We'll see you for the next one. Alright, we'll play first here. Oh yeah, to keep. We cast Body of Research once this draft. That's not bad. I wonder if a turn 3... I was going to say, is a turn 3 Groff what I'm looking for? But probably not. I think we just do the Professor into the Groff. I like my Death Touch Drake too much. I mean, we could, but it just dies to a Heated Debate. It doesn't seem worth it to me. We're very close to getting Body of Research online, which is cool. And we have the 2 Biblioplex assistants to get it back, which is kind of crazy. Alright, so they did have a Heated Debate. I'm glad I didn't power that Grip out too quickly. Ooh, Dragon's Guard Elite, that's a good one. Let's do the Groff first, though. Pay our full price. Get in there. Oh, that's a good draw. Alright. Sure. Alright, so got some choices here. I think we do the Elite first, now that I see the introduction to Annihilation. Because then they might cast it on there. I think we'll do this one first. They can do intro, let us draw, then we can do Body of Research. That's cool. Just in case they have the answer for it, I'm going to hang out. Sure. Alright, well, that doesn't look like an answer to it, so that's cool. Ooh, Vortex Runner, it's a great one here. So I guess we'll go Mathematician because it pumps our Fractal. Not that it's a big deal. Get in with our 26-26, dude. Play the runner. If we draw the Serpent now, we can kill them, which is kind of cool. Still just a serpent away from winning here. Or a fight spell away from getting rid of the runner. Let's see. I guess we go this on. So I think we wait. Just get in here. Then we can subtract the runner. And dig up Introduction to Annihilation to deal with the runner. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Another choice is to do the Introduction to Prophecy to hope to dig for it, but I think we'll do the Annihilation. I think that's better. That's a good draw. So we'll do this, deal with that guy. I feel like I can't really attack with the Needlethorn Drake as much as I want to. Oh, they found something. That's not good. Oh, perfect. So now I think we just do Pest Summoning. So we have more blockers. And we definitely don't want them to know about Wormhole Serpent, so let's just play this. Get some more blockers. And pass. Then next turn we go Wormhole Serpent. Make unblockable, and that should do it. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Alright. So we got game 1 in exciting fashion. So, we can resculpt for these grinders because it at least gets rid of their unblockable guys. Or turns huge dudes into littler dudes. Might actually be worth it. Test of Talents. We can counter Igneous. We can counter Aether Helix. I mean, there's certainly, yeah, Creative Outburst. Some pretty good ones to counter. Could see wanting that. Do they have repeat spells? I guess I didn't notice. Not really, but countering some of those high-end spells seems good to me. And then cuts. What did we cut last time? Probably Amplimancer again, just because we're going to have a grindy match, so I don't need early protection so much. Could see maybe cutting the Subtraction. I do like the Learn a lot, though. Snow Day is good. Yeah, I probably still want that. So, what is our final cut? I mean, it could be the Drake. That doesn't seem right, though. But it could be. I mean, Drake this game was just keeping their huge dude at bay the whole time. Not that that's bad. Would I rather get rid of Arcane Subtraction? I mean, -4, -0, not so useful most of the time, but it does, like, find us stuff. Maybe I just cut a Drake. They don't come out of the gates crashing in on us, so it's tough to say. Maybe they will this game and I'll bring back the Drake. I have a hard time figuring out what to cut there. Arcane Subtraction seems like kind of a minor effect, but I don't know. Well, this is a good hand. Got the Drake anyway. Nice. They really didn't want us to have that Drake. So, guess we just divide. They can scry. We get them for 6. We get to learn. I don't know what we're learning yet. Could see doing the expanded anatomy. Yeah, I'm okay with this. What I like about this is, if they leave open mana, we don't cast it. If they don't leave open mana, they're in pretty big trouble, because then we go Anatomy Mage Duel and get in for 1 billion. So this kind of puts them in a position where they need to kill Aerialist. Like, they can't just recast the Ogre and hope for that to do it. It's not going to do it. So now they're in a position where they have to use Heated Debate. It can't be countered, so they don't have to worry about anything like that. Oh, let's not that fast. I think we just get in here and then cast the Professor. All right. Well, we ended up taking the draft there. That's pretty cool. It was a good deck. We got to play Body of Research. We got to do the dream. We got to do the Body of Research with the Serpent, making it unblockable for the win against a person who had completely gone through basically every single card in their deck. So pretty awesome. Let's do some pack one, pick ones here. All right, pack one, pick one. Actually, you know, I actually really like Chaos Warp. This card is kind of crazy. Red doesn't have this. This is not in Red's, you know, color pie. So letting, you know, shuffling in their bomb, whatever, and then they can randomly get a permanent. Otherwise, they get nothing. I would definitely first pick a Chaos Warp. I think it's a fun card. Usually I don't like chaos effects, but this effect is so unusual and they would never print this in red that I think you just take it because that's a really strong effect. All right, here first pick would probably be the Elemental Summoning. This is kind of underwhelming picks in general, but Summoning, pretty legit. Lesson, get a little win con, 4/4 for 5. Usually good when it's tacked on to one of your learn cards, so feels fine to first pick that. Actually, Pigment Storm might have been better. I revert my what I said. I'd take Pigment Storm because I love Pigment Storm. All right, this is kind of cool. Not quite my style though. I think it's probably Divide by 0 over Mortality Spear. Just bounce learn is pretty awesome. You can also return spells to their. I forget about that. I wonder if I missed that at all this draft. I could have. Wow, Urza's Rage in here? This is a nuts pack. Wait, so it's 3 mana, 3 damage to any target instant speed, or 10 damage to that permanent if you pay 9 mana. I think I'd probably take the Urza's Rage. I feel like you can just win a game on the back of it. Mascot Exhibition is nuts, but I'd go Urza's Rage. Burn spell that can't be countered, or 10 damage in the late game, probably just win the game. That's pretty insane. All right, here I think would be a pretty easy. Well, it's Master Symmetrist versus Hunt for Specimens. I do like Learn quite a bit, but Symmetrist is so efficient. 4 mana, 4/4 reach with upside. Too good to pass up. Plus, it gains trample when it attacks. Yeah. So it's really like a 4 mana, 4/4 reach trample. That's insane. You just take it. All right, here I think it's an easy Gnarled Professor. I really like Shock. Quintorius is fun. I love Kelpie, guys. Some good cards. This is a great pack, but Gnarled Professor is just absolutely insane. 4 mana, 5/4 trample with more upside? Okay. Jeez. Last pack. Silver Quill Command, huh? And Putrefy? Jeez. So this is +3/+3, gains flying, but it's sorcery. Return a creature with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Target player draws a card and loses a life. Target opponent sacks a creature. Probably still go Command over Putrefy. Your opponent sacks, you draw a card and lose a life. I mean, that's just like built-in 2-for-1 value. So, and then on top of that, it can randomly just win the game. +3/+3 in flying, or you can get stuff back and make them sack. Yeah, Silver Quill Command seems legit. Love it. Hope you enjoyed the draft. We'll be back for more. We'll see you for the next one.